Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at various content from Fat Sapphic Bro. They have some pretty wild ideas, to say the least.
This person asks, can we even talk about how going to the gym is actually classist? Bruh. Like, if you're disabled and you don't have any money, how do we go to the gym or the pool? Yes, 100%. Let's talk about this. Gyms are expensive. And
Oh? My gym is $10 per month. For less than the price of one value meal, probably. It probably costs a freaking fortune these days. You could have a gym membership.
even I think the cheapest gym that I've ever found was like Planet Fitness, and even it was pricey.
Was it? Get a Planet Fitness gym membership now and join a squeaky clean and spacious club. We offer the Classic membership and PF Black Card membership. Both get you access to our judgment-free zone and tons of cardio and strength equipment. Classic, $10 never meant so much. Unlimited access to your home club, $10 a month plus taxes and fees. And as we all know, Planet Fitness is a judgment-free zone. Therefore, fat people are welcome. I will stop talking this way now. I don't think I can stop. Oh my God, what is happening to me? Dear Lord, what is happening to me? All right, sorry. All right, let's quit screwing around and get serious, gosh darn it.
And even it was pricey. And for a lot of disabled people, especially disabled people who are on a fixed income, they can't afford any extras. So
Okay, are you saying that you're disabled, homie? Wait a minute, why do you keep talking about disabled people? Are you disabled? Did you eat yourself into a wheelchair?
like, they can barely get their, like, bodily needs met, let alone get...
What do you mean get their bodily needs met? What the hell does that mean? Man, you say some weird shit, man.
extra money to go to the gym. And then you factor in also transportation to and from the gym. If they don't have their own transportation, then they need...
So this all means that going to the gym is classist. Well, I guess then every single activity would be classist to a disabled person, right? I mean, they're all more difficult to do if you're disabled. You have to get in your wheelchair and be in a wheelchair accessible van, and you have to go somewhere that has a wheelchair ramp and all of this stuff normally. Right? So as long as your gym is just as accommodating as all these other places that have to be according to the American with Disabilities Act, they all have to have wheelchair ramps and all this type of stuff, right? So I'm guessing a gym would too. And as long as they're following all those ADA rules and regulations, I think that they would be just as easily accessible as any other facility to someone who happens to be handicapped.
Need to have accessible transportation to get to and from the gym.
Yeah, it does suck that some people are handicapped and they have to go through all that stuff, but does this make the gym classist though? Are we kind of, you know, is this quite a stretch here, my friend? Are we just saying like ridiculous stuff just because, you know, we want to shrug off stuff that we don't feel like doing and just say, well, they didn't allow me in there anyway, or they didn't accommodate me, or some nonsense just because you didn't feel like going?
And also, if you use public transportation, you have to make sure in a lot of cases that there are full, clear sidewalks. Like if you're a non-ambulatory wheelchair user and you want to go to the gym and you do not have a car and you want to use public transportation, you have to make sure that the route from your home to whatever bus stop you use, whatever transportation stop you use, and then any transfer in between, and then from the last drop off to the gym, all have to have clear, accessible sidewalks.
Yeah, that's all true. And so therefore the gym is classist. If you're handicapped, it's difficult to get to the gym. The whole way there is difficult. I get that. Totally get that. But that makes the gym itself classist. What did the gym do wrong here? I'm sure they have access for people in wheelchairs to get in there, and I'm sure they have some machines that someone in a wheelchair could also access. So how is the gym classist? Because it's hard to go on a bus when you're handicapped. It may be hard to find sidewalk space to get on a bus if you're handicapped. Therefore, the gym is classist. I don't understand how you're connecting A to B here. I just don't get it. I don't understand. And if it was classist, what does that mean? That means that that's your excuse for never going there? Because they were classist? Planet Fitness calls themselves a no judgment zone. If you act like a gym bro at all there, dude, they'll throw you out. They want your business. They serve pizza there. Occasionally, dude. That is your gym. These are your people, dude. Why aren't you going to Planet Fitness? It's $10 a month. You can't afford $10 a month? Dude, most of these people spend more than that in one day on fast food. Probably 3 times that.
And if you're able-bodied, you probably don't know how truly inaccessible the world is.
I'm sure it is, and that really sucks for people that are handicapped. What's your point?
Excuse me. Medicating, and so I've got super bad dry mouth.
You're medicating, so you've got super bad dry mouth. I know what you're saying. Why are you throwing that in there?
The world is genuinely very, very poorly designed for disabled people. And so it's really a class privilege to be able to go to the gym, to either be able to drive yourself, to be able to afford the fees to begin with, to be able to safely get to and from, and then to be able to safely use the equipment as well. Not a lot of gyms are very friendly to people who have never used the gym. Gym bros in particular make gyms unsafe spaces because they make people feel criticized and judged.
And that's unsafe. Gym bros make gyms unsafe because they make people feel criticized and judged. So that made you unsafe? I mean, you don't think you're exaggerating a little bit? First of all, you said they make you feel judged and criticized. You didn't say that they actually said any words to you, okay? So you go into a room, you see people look at you, and then in your mind, you're like, oh my God, they're all judging me. Look how buff they are. Surely they're laughing at me. Surely they think I'm a fool. And it's all in your head, dog. Because what you said that you could feel them judging you. It's not unsafe because they are saying negative stuff to you. It's because you feel like you're being judged. And guess what? That's a you problem, homie. That's all in your head, man. Nobody cares about you. Don't be such a narcissist. Nobody gives a damn about you. Nobody's looking at you.
And they're doing things wrong.
People looked at you like you were doing things wrong? That's all in your head, man.
And so there's just so many different factors that go into this. It's not just simply, hey, go to the gym and work out. There are a lot of factors between being a person who wants to go to the gym and get into shape and being able to actually follow through with that plan.
So you are a person who wants to go to the gym and be in shape, but you're just too handicapped, and it's just too classist and inaccessible to handicapped people like you. So therefore, you can't go. Well, that's convenient for you, right? I mean, you wanted to go, you would have if you could have, but you just literally cannot. They won't allow you. They don't have the facilities for you. So that's nice and convenient for you. It takes all of the pressure off of you, right? And you can just go back to eating. You can just escape back into your little hole of lies and say that it's all them keeping me from doing stuff. Nothing is my fault. I am a victim in everything all the time. And that mentality is going to keep you being a victim for your whole probably short life, because you just keep on going off the rails. You're already diabetic. You're eating way too many sweets all the time and making up all these crazy stories about the whole world is out to get you and all this wacky stuff.
And I don't want to talk about home gyms or walking around the block, etc., because that still does not take into account the way things are for a lot of disabled people. Thank you for bringing this up.
And I don't want to talk about home gyms and all this other stuff because what? Wait, what? What they said was so dumb that I have to go back and watch it again. Hold on, that made no damn sense.
And I don't want to talk about home gyms or walking around the block, etc., because that still does not take into account the way things are for a lot of disabled people.
That doesn't take into account the way that things are for a lot of disabled people. So you can't work out at home or go for a walk, or if you're in a wheelchair, go for a roll or whatever. You can't do that because that doesn't take into account the way that things are for a lot of disabled people. And then you uploaded that after you... Did you watch that back and listen to the words that came out of your mouth before you uploaded that? Because what you said was a bunch of, what do you say, how do you call it when, what is it? Yeah, what you said was a bunch of bullshit. Yeah, that's right, bullshit. That's the word I was looking for. That's what it is. And it's not true. It's a bunch of nonsense and excuses. It would be so much less embarrassing if you uploaded nothing. Okay, I know you get these little comments and you're like, yeah, I got to explain myself. And then, like, you go on this tirade of bullshit that is just so insane. Like, you're just like, and then, let me guess. Let me go ahead and finish the story for you. Okay? Once upon a time, Romeo and Juliet, yada, yada, yada. It wasn't your fault. Right? I don't care how the story starts. I know how it's going to end. It's going to end with, and it wasn't my fault. And there was an entire system in place to keep people like me down. Oh man, that's a pretty weak mentality, man. Let's look at another.
This commenter says, wouldn't they want to explore the effects of obesity on the body just as much as everything else? I'm so glad you asked this because now we get to talk about something that I think is kind of a bit of a secret. No, they do not want to study the effects of fatness on the body.
What? Dude, they've been studying the effects of fatness on the body. Dude, we've known about the negative effects of obesity on the body for quite a while. And there's been literally hundreds, maybe even thousands of studies done on it. You could look it up on Google. Of course, there's just as much conflicting information, so you'll have to use this little thing that I like to call common sense.
Why? Because they would literally have to change the entire way the medical system treats fat bodies.
Oh yeah? The way they're not doing it right now? Like, fat people could have better health outcomes if the medical system took better care of them, is what you're saying?
The multi-billion-dollar diet industry.
What, Nestle? Nah, Nestle makes food, homie.
Would go bankrupt overnight.
Dude. The multi-billion-dollar diet industry. Damn you again, big diet. Keeping me down. I used to think the problem was them putting sugar in everything to make it addictive and fattening so you'll buy more of their product. But no, it's that damn big diet industry.
If real research was shown, all of the weight...
So you feel good? I don't even know what point they're trying to make here. If real research was shown, it would show that obesity is good for you, even though I need regular shots of insulin, I can't lift my own body weight, I can't fit in a normal chair, I probably have numerous heart problems. But, yeah, man, the medical, they just don't understand fatness.
Weight loss surgery income that comes in would stop coming in.
The weight loss surgery income? Oh, yeah, they're really raking it in with that.
If they can't force us to have bariatric surgeries, then there's no reason to have bariatric centers. And that's a whole big chunk of profit loss for them. They want to talk about how fat people are a drain on this system. No, we're not.
You're not a drain on the system. There's an effort by Big Diet to get together and sell bariatric surgeries and stuff because they're making so much money on that. They're making a hell of a lot more money off of selling diet stuff than they are off of selling the garbage food that literally costs pennies to manufacture out of industrial waste, most likely. You're right. I think that you might have gone off the deep end, right? And then you start trying to say that there's some big, grand conspiracy and there's a lot of players in it working together to keep you fat. Now you're starting to go into like Alex Jones territory. You're becoming the Alex Jones of fat acceptance, and that's not a good look, my friend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.